Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel startcrash. This is Ryan and today in our Adobe Photoshop tutorial series, we are going to learn about the tools and their uses in Photoshop. As you know, in a previous video we did a quick introduction on Photoshop where we briefly described about Photoshop and also learned about the layers panel in the bottom right corner. Or if you haven't seen the first episode of the series, you can click on the eye icon which you can see on the top right corner. So today I am going to continue from the part where I left in the first video of this series. But before that, make sure you have followed the instruction which I said in my previous video. The first instruction was to be in the same workspace. First, go to Window on the top of the screen and go to Workspace and select Essentials as default. The second instruction was to unlock the background layer by clicking on the lock icon. And now here we are ready to go. So today in this video we are going to talk about the Tools panel present on the left side of the screen. When you start Photoshop, the Tools panel appears at the left of the screen. Some tools in the Tools panel have options that appear in the context-sensitive options bar. You can expand some tools to show hidden tools beneath them. A small triangle at the lower right of the tool icon signals the presence of hidden tools. We can also know about any tool by positioning the cursor over it. As we can see that there are nearly like 20 tools in the tools bar, and every tool present here has their own unique work. And if we check Adobe official website, can find that they have categorized these tools in 7 different categories. Moving into those categories, let's start with selection tools. One of the first selection tools is the Move tool. As by the name only you can figure out the use of this tool, right? This tool helps us to move the objects present in Canvas, to move around here and there, just by selecting them in the Layers panel. So, for this purpose, let me quickly open the Photoshop file, which I have used before. This was the thumbnail in my previous video of this Photoshop series, and let's work on this file today. If you want to download this file in Photoshop format, you can check the link in the description. Here you can see there are many layers and groups in this Layers panel. Now, quickly select one layer and try to use our Move tool. This is how Move tools work. You can see how easily I just move an object from one place to another just by choosing the desired layer. Moving into next, here we have a rectangle marquee tool. The purpose of this tool is to select the object in regular shapes such as rectangle and square. But don't forget to select the layer in the Layers tab. So this rectangle tool will only work for the selected layer. If I choose this layer and try to select this whole section, and again try to move this using the Move tool, the only selected layer will move. But if you want to move 2, 3 or more layers at the same time, then you can put them in a single group and move them. Just like this. It is the same with other hidden marquee tools. The next one is Lasso tool. Lasso tool is basically used to select any irregular object with freehand. This is a very useful selection tool, as we won't find everything in regular shape. Let's see how this works. In this way, you can select any irregular object using the Lasso tool. As we can see the little triangle shape here, let me quickly right-click. Here we can find that we have two other tools named Polygon Lasso tools and Magnetic Lasso tools. The Polygon Lasso tool is used to select an irregular object using straight lines. Magnetic Lasso tool acts the same as a lasso tool, but it has connecting dots which have content awareness, and it is the best selection tool for irregular shapes. Similarly, we have a quick selection tool which is used to select the object quickly with content awareness. Here you can see how easily we selected this laptop in just a few seconds. The other hidden tools are also some quick selection tools. Object selection tools use object orientation to identify and select the specific object quickly, whereas a magic wand tool works the same as a quick selection tool. Next, there is a crop tool, and I think we all know that crop tool is used to cut out the images. But if we see the hidden tools in the crop tool, then there are more 3 tools named Perspective Crop Tool, Slice Tool, and Slice Select Tool. As we are moving from beginners to advanced, we will use those tools in future in this series. Moving into next, this is a frame tool which creates placeholder frames for images. Let's see how this works. First, quickly hide these layers and create a new layer. Now select the new layer and create a frame hold. As you can see that one more icon is added to the layer. Now place a layer in this icon. So this is how this works, and this is also a crop tool. Eyedropper tool is used to identify the color used in the image. So if you want to know which color is used in the image, then select eyedropper tool. Once you click on the image, it will show something like this. The same used color will be selected in the foreground color at the bottom of the toolbar panel. This one is a spot healing tool. As you see in the introduction here by Adobe, it is used to remove stain and heal any kind of object from the image. Here we can see that there are of three types. Content aware. Create texture and proximity match. Content aware uses to fill up the selected part with the similar kind of content used. It basically uses the content from where we start to select the region. It has more healing brush tools hidden, but now we are moving surfacely by knowing the basic things. This one is a brush tool. This tool is used to draw or paint custom brush strokes in the layer. In the top you can see, here you can change the size of the brush, its hardness, as well as different brushes to use. The other tool is a pencil tool, which is similar as a brush tool, but it uses different kinds of shapes and brushes. Moving into the clone stamp tool. In the clone stamp tool, we need to left click over the thing which we want to copy by holding the Alt button. Then we need to move to the place where we want to clone the selected thing. By holding left click, we move the cursor and it will keep cloning the object just like this laptop. The next brush tool is the history brush tool. This is used to erase every change we made in this project by clicking and dragging the cursor over it. Look how I removed the changes made by the clone stamp using this tool. Now let's come to the eraser. By name only you guys can know that it is used to erase the objects in the selected layer. As we have selected layer 1 in this, so it will erase only the object from the background layer. Here you can see that it didn't work for any text layer and other rectangles. The next one is a gradient layer, and this helps us to create a gradual blend between multiple colors in the selected layer. First, make a new layer and use the gradient tool over it. Here we can see the color, and if you want to select a different color, then you can easily change and edit different things by going on to the top left side. Moving into the next tool. This is the blur tool, and it helps to blur any object or background of an image. In this tool category, we have two more hidden tools. One is a sharp tool, which is used to get the sharp view of an image. But the smudge tool softens or smudges the colors in an image. The other retouching tools are dodge and burn tool, where dodge tool helps us to lighten the image, where the burn tool is used to darken the image. The other category is drawing and text tools. This category consists of pen tool, text tool, path selection tool, shape tool, and hand tool. As these tools are the basic one, and you can easily know the function of these tools just by their names. Here, the pen tool is used to make and change shapes using anchor points. Text tool helps us to write text over any object in the canvas section. As in this project, you can see that I have a group named text, and I have layers which I use to write text like logos, thumbnails, and others. The next one is shape tool, and in this section you have many things like rectangle tool, ellipse tool, polygon tool, straight line tool, and even this has custom shapes. The hand tool is used to move the image up, down, right, left. The tool with the magnifier icon is the zoom tool, which is used to zoom in and out the image. Next, we have an edit toolbar option. From here we can edit the tools present in the toolbar. Below here we can see two big squares. The front square represents the foreground color and the second square represents the background color. The symbol with two arrows is used to invert the background and foreground layer. If you click this icon, then you will see how these two colors get exchanged. This is quick mask mode. Moving into the last tool in the toolbar, and it is used to adjust the window screen in Photoshop. If you right-click, then you can find out that there are two more ways to use the window screen. This is the end of the toolbar section, so soon we will be moving towards making project in Photoshop and creating different designs in an upcoming episode of Photoshop series. So thank you for watching, and if you learn about Photoshop in this video, then click the like button. Please, if you haven't subscribed the channel, then subscribe our channel Start Crash, and don't forget to hit the bell icon.